All right, check it out. We got the star right here, Hardee's, and it has been, I know I say this a lot, but it has definitely been a hot minute since I've done a burger, I believe. I have to go back and check from the folks over at Hardee's, but they just launched this new Frisco menu. They have a smoked sausage Frisco. I think they have a cheese biscuit. That's not a Frisco. They got some new stuff. And with that new stuff, they have this, a brand new BBQ pulled pork Frisco. This is a Frisco, and it has Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce in conjunction with Hardee's and the Frisco. So we're here to check out the double, $9.99. We're going to check it out. Cue the intro. What is up, everyone? It is the endorsement, and it is time for another review. This is where I try something and tell you if you shall like it or not. I can be very persuasive. BBQ pulled pork. What's the rule in barbecue where you use BBQ instead of the word barbecue? This is a hefty burger. And shout out Hardee's, giving me some napkins. The bag is now empty. I think it's been a couple videos since we've done a bag toss. Get out of here. All right, let's go. So the new barbecue pulled pork Frisco, you're going to, let me just read it because they did a nice little write-up. Embraces a summer barbecue theme and features a char-grilled Angus beef patty. I got two. Smoked pulled pork from Clifty Farms, C-L-I-F-T-Y. Clifty Farm. Ooh, that looks good. Clifty Farm, melted American cheese, crispy fried onions, pickles, and Sweet Baby Ray's sweet and spicy barbecue sauce served on toasted sourdough. Look at that dough. Look at that. All right, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. My only issue sometimes with these Friscos is the top, and I know it's kind of probably hard to get it really toasted. We have this issue with the melts over at Burger King, but you know, not the most toastiest of toast. But here we go. Let me show it to you upside down. The more I turn it, inside out, and round and round. All right, let's take a bite. All right, let's go. Before I take a bite, I'm not gonna lie. These patties, they just look a lot darker. Is it just me? Does it look like a different patty from the folks over at Hardee's? I don't know. Crispy fried onions. Let's see how much of this pork we got. There it is with the top off. Got some kind of burnt end right there. All right, I was hoping for a little bit more pork, you know. Not the greatest amount of pork. Actually, not the greatest amount of all the toppings. But all right, we got the top back on. Wish me luck. The brand new BBQ pulled pork Frisco from Hardee's. Let's go. Wish me luck. Oh, they're hiding the pickle on the bottom. You ever hide the pickle? All right, let me enjoy this bite. All right, there's a cross section. Okay, I will say this. This is a barbecue burger. Sauce, barbecue sauce, onion strings, onion tanglers, crispy fried onions, pickles, cheese. This is a prototypical barbecue BBQ burger. So I will say this, the first bite, I like it. But again, there's something, I say it in a bunch of videos when I do Hardee's. There's something about the meat. It just reminds me of like those Bubba burgers you get like at the grocery store. It's just, I can't get away from it. There's been a couple times where that, you know, it doesn't remind me of that, but that's a rare occurrence. And I'm not saying it tastes bad. It just has that, I don't know, texture and flavor of like those Bubba burgers in the frozen section at the grocery store. With that being said, the cheese, the onion strings, the fried onions, and the pickles all kind of working pretty good. You do have the sourdough bread, which is a little unique for a barbecue burger, and there it is. Oh, 3 decent sized pickles on the bottom right there. Yeah, I think it just comes down to the texture and taste of the burgers. Let me go in for a second bite. I didn't get much of the pulled pork. I'll try that in a minute, but second bite. All right, I got a bunch of the pulled pork with that little burnt end in there. So listen, the pulled pork, there needs to be more, especially with the double, spending $10. And I get it, you don't want to load it on. It's not like it's a pulled pork sandwich. It's a pulled pork burger, in this case a Frisco. I don't know. That was like the largest piece of pork. Let's see if I can, here's one. It looks pretty good. Check it out. It's tender. Nice flavor. Smoky. All right, listen. I could have used a little bit more of the toppings, some of the toppings. Not 100% loving the texture and flavor of the burger, but it's a good burger. It just takes me to like a frozen burger, if that makes any sense. Let me give you one more look at the cross section. There you go. So I don't know how much the single was. If the double was $9.99, well, I think it was $9.99. It came to a little over $10 with tax. Maybe it was $9.79. Probably $6.99 is my guess, or $7.49, something like that. I wanted the sourdough toast to be a little more crunchy, especially if you are toasting it on any level. I wanted more pork, and I wanted the texture and flavor of the burger to just be, I don't know, like a little bit more, you know, ground up and like authentic, you know, a nice burger on the grill, something like that. But it's Hardee's. I kind of know what I'm dealing with over at Hardee's. I don't get to Hardee's much, but I think they do an adequate job with most of their stuff. So 1 to 100, let's just go, I don't know. This burger today, it has potential, just definite room for improvement. It could have been higher, but today it's a 79. If you could tell, I wasn't 100% overjoyed with it. It probably would have hit the 80 barrier with more pulled pork, just a little bit more. I'm not greedy. So yeah, 79. That's the number, and I'm sticking to it. Not a bad score, not a great score, but not a bad score. And all right, there you go. Another review in the books. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please do not forget to check me out on Instagram and Twitter. That is social media, getting the word of my channel out to the masses. That's a little wax on, wax off. Danielson, Karate Kid. Haven't done that. I retired that a year or two ago. I brought it back.